What's up everybody, this is the 2017 WRX. Today I will be wrapping the roof in a gloss black metallic from MetroRestyling.com. I believe this is Avery or 3M, I completely forgot which one I got. Basic finish, nothing crazy, just for the roof. So in doing that, I do have the sunroof on my WRX, the 2017. I know that's going to be somewhat difficult to do, but I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Weather stripping, I know I'm gonna have to take that out too, which shouldn't be that hard. It's just some clips. I think if I get under it, I can take it off, like under the liner inside. This is really thin. Let me see how close I can get. But again, it should be just peelable. It shouldn't be that hard. And then my fin, another thing I need to take off. I will not be wrapping the fin. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna take it off and wrap the top, but I'm not gonna wrap the fin itself. I'm gonna leave it white, see how it goes. That's it. So first, I guess I'm just gonna wash the car because it is really dirty, and I know it needs to be clean and everything for it to go on smoother. So I'm just gonna wash the car and come back when it's done and start taking stuff apart. Alright, so now that the car is somewhat clean, I think it's gonna be easier to apply the vinyl, and that's pretty much how you have to do it. Oh, look at that! Follow my Twitter and Instagram at YokiaMedia. So anyways, alright, so what I believe to take off that, which I think, I mean, I didn't look up videos because no one has time for that, is that you have to take off the headliner through those clips over there, and I believe it's underneath. And then for the weather strip I was talking about, it looks like you can pull it off, but I'm gonna see if, like, when I take off the headliner, if there's stuff under there that I can either pop up or however it may be. When it comes to the sunroof, I believe what I saw someone do is just pull it back, like open it all the way and then wrap around it, and then at the end do it. With this, like I said, like, it's a little strip. I think I'm just gonna get like a credit card or something and pry it and then stuff it in. I don't know, because I'm not gonna remove it because I know, like, that's not gonna be cheap to buy a new one from. Other than that, like I said, it's from Metro Restyling. It is like my Subaru's a 2017. This works for, I believe, 2015 through 18. I bought 5x4 feet for $27 of Avery or 3M, I still don't fucking know. But those are the only two, like, I'd go with that I recommend, which I've heard from the car community. That's enough to get the roof done. I was gonna do the hood too, but I'm gonna wait and see how that turns out and see how good it is. Then I'll pick. Other than that, like, I'll probably just show you guys the inside headline taking off the fin, seeing how that works, and we'll come back. Alright, so I don't know how good this focus is gonna be, but hopefully you guys can see it. So to take off the insides, you have to take off this little pillar in the back. So what you're gonna do is just apply a lot of force to it and it'll pop off. I'm trying to, like, focus right. And then you just keep going. That's your airbag. And you just fucking, sorry, like, smack the camera. So that's good. And then for the tabs, those three, you can't see probably shit with this. Alright, let's see if we can focus. Alright, we're trying anyways. Let's get a butter knife. Alright, so with these clips, it's like double, like, layered. Like, one of them is just the housing, and the other one's the actual, like, push pin clip. So you kind of got to get in between when you pop it off. I use the butter knife. You can use a screwdriver or, like, your actual, like, tools you can use. Pop them off. Then also you got to pop off your airbag. And I have them all off, so it should be a little bit easier to just pull it down and remove the shark fin. But yeah, there's 3 of these. I'm just gonna keep them, like, little apart so I don't lose them. And then 2 of those for the airbags, because the headliner won't be able to get pulled off unless that's off. So next is the shark fin, and hopefully I think it's just a bolt and then some 3M tape. So we'll come back. Also, what I ended up doing is, hold on, let's get this shit in focus. Also, what I ended up doing was taking off the handles. All it is these little things right here. These things right here, you just pop the sides off with, like, a screwdriver. You kind of just put it in and turn it. It comes off just to give the headliner some more room to get off, so I don't end up having to, like, accidentally mess something up. That's also that. It's 2 on both sides. So next is removing the headliner. So that's the shark fin. It was it was hard to take off. Yeah, this bolt that goes through the hood, like that. Yeah, this bolt that goes on it while it's in the car, just like that. I'm not gonna wrap it. I kind of like my whole white and blue thing. I mean, white and black thing I have going on. Then you have to take off the clip, which is extremely difficult if you're 6'2" and big as shit like me. Then I just entirely peeled the headliner back. I mean, you can put it back up. On that side, you can't peel it as down as I did because there's like tape and stuff for the wiring. But in that, there's a hole in my roof. I had to put the seat down. It helped a lot. Your tool, if anyone's wondering, is a 7/16. 7/8, my bad. 7/8. Alright, that was something. Next step is just cleaning that area. My moonroof is all the way back. This is as back as it goes. Cleaning this, like the trim piece right here. Cleaning that as well. Cleaning all that out. Making sure there's nothing bad on it, because right now it has like dirt or residue. We'll clean that. I'm gonna figure out if I can take these off or not, or what people online are doing, which that's gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be that hard. If not, I can just tuck it, I don't mind. And that's it. Shouldn't be that hard, hopefully. It's been hard so far. You can obviously wrap the shark fin if you want, but I've heard that it's hard as hell because of all the angles. I was gonna wrap it initially, but it's kind of no point because I mean I think it looks nice white, except like the marks I have when I had a vortex generator when I got the car and it fucking flew off and it messed it up. So next thing should be either a time lapse of me wrapping it or me talking. So we'll see. Also, what I'm gonna be using is it's a kit you can buy from Amazon or you can buy from like Premium, anywhere really. It's just like kits. This is just like a wet sponge, I guess. This is your squeegee. These are your gloves. I recommend those because you can kind of move with your hands. This is just a regular cutter. I'm also going to use just a little box cutter blade for trims. Magnets, I don't think I'm going to use these because the wrap's not long enough to really worry about it. And then heat gun or hair dryer. I'm going to use a hair dryer because I really don't feel like going and grabbing a heat gun right now. And that's it. That's mainly what you're going to need. You don't need like these or the gloves, but it's good to have it. Alright, comes Frank in his Z. Because I know if I do this by myself, I'm about to mess it up. And I'd rather have somewhat help than no help. So that's it. Hopefully it turns out right. I mean, as far as the car goes, I have the magnets, but there's a little gap, which I'm kind of hoping it's gonna go away. I should have just I didn't measure from the back to the front, like the longest part. I'm thinking it's gonna go away because it kind of flattens out and it gives it a little bit more length. But we're gonna try. So we almost have everything. Like I said earlier, how it's not fully cut to length. I'm trying to like stretch this part, and like through so much stretching, we folded the vinyl over it. So I'm trying to get the pieces out so we can at least stretch it to a point. If not, what we thought about doing was, because there's so much access on the moonroof, that we're just gonna cut like a nice little strip and put it right here. Because all we need is like give or take just a strip of it. Other than that, it's extremely, not easy, but it's easy at the beginning, and you kind of have to make sure you play it right, because it's extremely annoying to have to rip it off. Like it's extremely annoying to have to do that so many times, because it just keeps, like the longer it's on with the heat touching it, it just gets more the adhesive, you know. So it's just a bitch to do. It's easier. And this is Avery, so it's like one of the best products out there. So I'd imagine with like anything else, I mean 3M is good too, but I'd imagine with anything else, it would just be way harder. But I mean, it's coming along. Alright, so essentially what we did is we stretched the hell out of the back because it was not fitting, so we just kept stretching it, and we actually made a little hole. But I mean, we'll cover it up. To the roof, if you have the sunroof. If not, I mean, it's easier because all you gotta do is wrap over it. Since we have the sunroof, we're gonna cut this hole, cut it out a little bit more, just to give us more room to play with, and form it. Vinyl wrap. Need a windshield banner over that. There you go. Cut it to form it. Start heating it up to just to form it down to like the crevices, because there is still some like a little bit more of a lip. I don't think I need to worry. Yeah, this one's easier on this side because the lip's probably about that big, but this one's more deep. So I mean, you want to tuck it, make it look nice, so that when you move your sunroof, you don't want it to come back up. So I'm gonna cut it a little bit more on this side. Go like that. Mainly it's all preference. I mean, you can wrap it however you want. But I'm just doing this because we also have a lot of little creases right here that we need to get out. So I'm gonna work on that too.
Can't even see them on camera.
Yeah, but I know it's there. So, but then with this, I think if I just go like that, go like that. Oh shit. Also, some advice. If you have a moonroof, there is a little like flap that goes on it. That kind of, I guess when you're driving with it down, it helps wind like divert. Tape it down. Get some stronger tape than what I did. Tape it down harder, so because if it pops up, it's gonna look all weird and it's gonna be hard to form around. But if not, I mean, all you have to do is just like kind of push it down, heat it up, push it down, heat it up, push it down. Easy peasy, you know. This is our first time doing this, so I'm really actually proud of fucking both of us for doing this. It's coming out really good. Besides the hole in the back and not being long enough, it is exactly how I wanted it. Alright, so you're just gonna, I don't know. This is weird because, like I said, we've never done this, so I'm just kind of going by what I think is right. Then again, that could be wrong, so pretty much tuck it and then just fuck it, don't open your window and it'll be okay. Yeah, like right here I fucked up already. No. So I'm just gonna trim a little bit more so I don't have to worry about it.
I gotta hope you don't get copyrighted for the music on the TV.
Thoughts on working with vinyl. It is extremely easy. It's hard, but it is easy because it's really forgiving. So you don't got to worry about like, oh, I'm gonna mess up and I'm not gonna be able to. No, it's just like, if you mess up, just fucking pull it back. I'm pretty sure if we could, we can just roll back the entire roof and then just do it again.
You know, just for fun.
Just for fun. I mean, no practice makes perfect. You can use an X-Acto knife, which that's what a lot of people were telling me to do, like on forums that I was. Hey buddy. Where you going with that camera?
They want to zoom in a little Subi sign.
But I'm just using a box cutter because it's convenient and I'm poor, so.
Oh yeah, you're so poor that you have a 2017 Subi, huh?
No one said this shit was easy. You fuck up the thing and you cut it messed up. See, look at all this white right here that I fucked up on. It's cool, because guess what? No one's gonna see it but me. See, I'm very tired. I don't want to do this shit anymore. Fuck. God damn it. Look right here. You see it? Alright, buddies. You see this offset of white? I kind of messed up cutting and I went into it. You know what? But when this is up all the way, you can't tell. So we're okay. Alright. Alright, so it is finished now. It actually looks pretty good at some angles. But like some other angles, like you can tell like the creases or whatnot. We tried tucking it as best as we could. Some cuts weren't as good as like the others were. The rally way, I couldn't take this off because you have to actually take off the bolts and whatnot. And we also tore the tape right here, which is really annoying, but I mean it kind of works. All in all, it took us like about 2 hours of work. And we got it all wrapped. The inside's put back together, the fins put on, no play. All this was like, we ended up having to stretch it like really over. So you can tell like it's real messed But I'm gonna get a vortex generator so I can cover it and it kind of make it look nicer. But the hood does look real nice. Everything, I mean, the roof looks real nice. Everything looks nice on it. No complaints. Can't really tell. I'll post pictures and follow You Love Envy. You can see pictures there. Anyways, that's it. I mean, if you guys want to know anything, just drop a comment and we'll explain what happened or what it is. Anyways, see you guys in the next one.